Good morning, everyone. We are still in morning, still morning time. So we have 7 minutes or 6 minutes maybe for morning. So I'll say good morning to everyone. Thank you for being here. And I can see everybody has been renamed or you've renamed yourself. So thank you so much. If you are just joining us, can I please ask you to rename your profile ID with your student's name and the school name so we can take attendance, see who's here, and easily identify them when it's their turn to perform. If you are a parent or a teacher with no student with you, can we please ask you to follow us and watch us on YouTube on the link, which I have put now in the chat. So if you can please follow us there if you do not have a student with you. If you are a teacher or a parent with the student, so just rename your profile ID with the student's name and the school name so we can identify them easily. We're just waiting on a few more students to join us. Welcome, everyone. And we're waiting on our judge as well to join us. Thank you so much for renaming yourself, and thank you all for being here. Thank you for the teachers for supporting their students as well. I'm sure they would not have been able to do it without you guys. So thank you so much for supporting your students, for helping them. Good morning, everyone. 2 minutes left for the morning. If you are just joining us, can I please request you to rename your profile ID with the students' names and the school name so we can identify the students that are here. If you are a parent or a teacher who is here to support and watch your students, can I please ask you to follow us on the live YouTube link? So can I please ask you to, if you are a parent or a teacher with the students with you, can I please ask you to rename your profile ID with the student's name and the school name? If you are here to just watch and support your students, we really appreciate it, but we request you to watch us through the live YouTube link. So can I please ask, I'm just checking here. Yes, so if you have all 4 students with you, can you please rename yourself with the school name and just maybe the first name of each student, so we know that all 4 are with you. I'm assuming that you'll just keep the camera rolling and the students will just switch when it's their turn. So if you can just rename yourself with the first name of each one of the 4 students and the school name. So we know that all 4 are with you. For everyone else, school name and the name of the students, please. Thank you very much. We have someone from, yes, Heartland International School, that's Sabine, yes. So from Pristine, we have so many attendees. I'm assuming some are teachers and some are the students. So the students can stay here. The teachers, if you do not have a student with you, can I please ask you to follow us on the YouTube link, which I am reposting now. Okay, so Sabine, yes, so you are at Heartland International and I can see you here, so you can stay. Thank you very much. So I'll just repeat one last time. If you are a parent or a teacher with your performing student, just rename your school ID, your profile ID with the student's name and the school name. If you have more than one student, put the students' names in the profile ID so we know that these students are here and we will call them out to perform. If you do not put the student's name, we will not know if these students are here and we will not be able to call on them to perform. So this is why we need the student name and the school name in the profile. Thank you. And then if we can request you to keep your microphones and cameras off. As we call on you, we will give you access to turn on your camera and your microphone so you can start the performance. So can I please ask Sadin Shadi, if you are a student, can you add your school name? If you are a teacher, can you please, and the student is with you, can you just type the student's name so we know that the student is here? Miss Susie Joseph, I'm not sure if you are the teacher or the student. Either way, can you please, if you have the student with you, rename yourself with the student's name? Okay, so you are the teacher, but the student is not with you. So if the student is not with you, can I please request that you watch using the live YouTube link? Because now we have so many Pristine and we just want to be able to identify the students. iPhone user who just came in as well, if I can please request you to rename yourself with the student's name. and the school name. So we are aware of who is that, who is here. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not trying to kick you out. I would love for all of you to stay and watch us, and we would love you to watch us through the live YouTube link. It just confuses us when we want to call the students' names and we have so many labeled with the same school name. We wouldn't know who's here. So this is why we're asking that we keep this platform only for the students who are performing and or the teachers with them, if the teachers are with the student in the same place. Everyone else, you are more than welcome to click on the YouTube link and watch us there. We would love for you to be there and cheer your students and give them words of encouragement and positivity in the chat as well. So thank you so much for supporting your students. We'll just wait. I think we have one person who keeps coming in and out. Maybe they're having some issues. Anyways, if you are having some technical issues, we will give you a chance to log out and log in again and give you a chance to perform. You will not miss your chance, so don't worry about it. Can I please request iPhone user, whoever is here on an iPhone and with a profile ID iPhone, can I please ask you to rename yourself with the student's name so we are aware of who is here? Yes, I will share the live YouTube link again. Here we go. I hope you can see it. So Mia or Alia, if you can give me a thumbs up, let me know when we are ready to start.
Hi, Dania. Yes, you can start now.
Okay. So I would like to start. So we are recording. Thank you so much and welcome to the Emirates NBD Poetry for All Round 1 competition. We are very happy to see so many of you here. We are proud of you for being here and for having the courage to stand in front of the judges, in front of a screen, and recite your poem. Thank you to the teachers for supporting you as well and helping you. And we wish you all the best. I will start by first letting you know how the round is going to go, then I will introduce the judge for you. So we will start with the 8 to 13 age group. For this age group, once we will call out on your name and the school, you will turn on your microphone and camera. We'll give you a thumbs up or let you know that you're audible and visible, and then you can go ahead and start. You can start by introducing yourself again as well to the judge, and then recite your poem. Then we will move to the 14 to 18 age group. For that age group, the students have to give a small justification of why they've chosen the poem. You can choose to do this before your recitation or after, as long as you remember to do that, because it is part of your, it's part of the scoring for the 14 to 18 age group. So this is how it will. I'd like to introduce you to our judge, Danabel Gutierrez, who is a multi-awarded writer, actress, poet, and photographer. She is the author of poetry books, I Long to Be at the River, and Until the Dreams Come, and chapbooks, Eventually, The River Surrenders, and Softer. And she will be our guest as well at Emirates Airline Festival of Literature this year. So if you are a big fan of poetry, as we can see from you being here, please go and watch her sessions, attend her sessions, I'm sure you'll find it very inspirational. So welcome, Danabel. And if you'd like to address the students before we start, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, students. I wish you all the best of luck. Enjoy your performance. Take a deep breath. Don't be nervous. Whatever the results are, know that I am proud of you. We're all proud of you for just showing up and coming to do this. So good luck and all the best.
Thank you, Danabel. And now I'll hand you over to my colleague, Alia, who will be calling out your names one by one and helping you start with your performances. So good luck to everyone.
Hello, good morning all, and a very warm welcome. All the best to all the students for their participation this afternoon. Without further ado, we are going to begin with Heartland International School. We have Sabine Blumberg from Heartland International School, and Sabine is going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt.
Hello. My name
Hi,
is
Sabine. One second, Sabine. We can't see. Oh, yeah. Now we can see you. Great. Can you say something just to make sure we can hear you properly?
Hello.
Yeah, great. Go for it, Sabine. All the best.
Hello. My name is Sabine Bloomberg from Heartland International School, and I will be performing the poem Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we will spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV and listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms and run in the halls. So, bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow is back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy. We really don't mind. So tear up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh, wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day.
Thank you, Sabine. Up next is Daphne Garrod. Daphne is also from Heartland International School and is going to be reciting See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. Hi, Daphne.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
we can. Yes. Hi, Daphne. Yes. Can you say something again?
Hi.
There's a bit of a lag in your connection. Say something again.
Hello.
Yeah, I think it's better now. Go for it, Daphne. All the best.
Hello, my name is Daphne Garrod from Heartland International School. I'll be performing See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. When you're up against the trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerves desert you. Keep yourself at fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, in spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem futile. Full of troubles, you're beset. But remember, you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through.
Thank you, Daphne. Okay, up next is Ruqayya Ismail from an MSB private school. Ruqayya is going to be reciting Good Morning Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Hi, Ruqayya. Okay, this 1 second, Ruqayya. This is Ruqayya Ismail Piplodwala. This is Ruqayya Ismail Piplodwala, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we can hear you and we can see you, Ruqayya. You can begin now. All the best.
Good morning, dear students. By Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students. The principal said, please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today, we will spend the day playing outside. Then, take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV. Then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow, it's back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy. We really don't mind. So tear up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruqayya Ismail. And with you, I believe you also have Ruqayya Ali Asghar. Ruqayya Ali Asghar is also from MSB Private School and is going to be reciting Waiting at the Window by A.A. Milne. Yes, this is Ruqayya Ali Asghar. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
welcome. Okay, all the best to you, Ruqayya.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all. Today I'm going to recite the poem Waiting at the Window by Allan Alexander Milne. These are my two drops of rain waiting at the window pane. I'm waiting here to see which the winning one will be. Both of them have different names. One is John and one is James. All the best and all the worst comes from which of them is first. James has just begun to ooze. He's the one I want to lose. John is waiting to begin. He's the one I want to win. James is going slowly on. Something sort of sticks to John. John is moving off at last. James is going pretty fast. John is rushing down the pane. James is going slow again. James has met a sort of smear. John is getting very near. Is he going fast enough? James has found a piece of fluff. John has quickly hurried by. James was talking to a fly. John is there and John has won. Look, I told you, here's the sun. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruqayya. Up next is Sara Javed Malam from New Indian Model School. Sara is going to be reciting Vocation by Rabindranath Tagore.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Sara Malam from New Indian Model School, Dubai, and I'll be reciting Vocation by Rabindranath Tagore.
All the best.
Thank you. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by Allan, every day I see the hawker crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." There's no need to hurry him on, there's no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. I wish I were the hawker, spending my day in the road crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." When at 4 in the afternoon I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. Just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. I wish I were a watchman walking at the streets all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. Thank you.
Thank you, Sara. And now we have Ritika from New Indian Model School also. Ritika is going to be reciting The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, but not see you yet.
Am I visible now?
No, not yet. You have to accept that spotlight request. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, can you say something so that we can make sure we can hear you properly?
Hello?
Yeah, just stand where you're going to be standing. Just say something from where you're going to be reciting. No, we can't hear you very clearly, Kritika.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, I think just come a little bit closer to your device. Yes, come
Okay.
closer.
Am I audible
And
now?
yes, now is good. Take care. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Ritika Ranjit from New Indian Model School, Dubai. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. I'm sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth, and then to the other, as just as fair, having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, in leaves no steps have trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on the way. I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Some more ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood. I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritika. Up next is Minahil Bilal from Newland School, Dubai, and Minahil is going to be reciting Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. Hi, Minahil.
Hi, my name is Minahil from Newland School, Dubai.
Yeah, we can hear you very well, Minahil. You can begin.
Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said unto Isabel, Isabel, glad to meet you. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and she straightened her hair up Then Isabel quietly ate the bear up. Once in a night as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled. How, Isabel? The ugly witch crowed. I'll turn you into an ugly toad. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage and she showed no rancor, but she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Isabel met a hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy. The giant was horrid. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. The giant said unto Isabel, Good morning, Isabel. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled the wee bag that she always fed off, and when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and he poked as if he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was of puffs and chills. The doctor's satchel bulged with pills. Swallow this, it will make you well, the doctor said. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor. Then Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Minahil. Up next is Ethan Eric, also from Newlands School, Dubai. And Ethan's going to be reciting The Sea by James Reeves. Hi, Ethan.
Hi.
Hi, we can hear you, see you very well. All the best.
Okay. The sea is a hungry dog, giant and gray. He rolls off the beach all day. With his clashing teeth and shaggy jaws, hour upon hour he gnaws. The rumbling, tumbling stones and bones, 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 bones. The giant sea dog moans, licking his greasy paws, and when the night wind roars and the moon rocks in the stormy cloud, he bounds to his feet and snuffs and sniffs, shaking his wet sides over the cliffs, and howls and hollows long and loud. But on quiet days in May or June, when even the grasses on the dune play no more their reedy tune, with his head between his paws, he lies on the sandy shores, so quiet, he scarcely snores. Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan. And now we're going to move on to Abigail Hurley. Abigail is from North Anglia School and is going to be reciting The Hairy Toe. Hi, Abigail.
Hi.
Yeah, maybe come a little bit closer to your device so that we can hear you better. Yes, that's it. A little bit back. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Say something now.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. All the best. Go for it. We can hear you.
My name is Abby Hurley, and I'm going to be reciting The Hairy Toe. Once there was a woman who went to pick beans, and she found a hairy toe. So she took the toe home with her, and later that night, when she went to bed, the wind began to moan and groan. Away, off in the distance, she seemed to hear a voice, crying, and it said, "Where's my hairy toe? Who's got my hairy toe?" The woman scrooched down, way down under the covers, and at about that time, the wind appeared to hit the house. The old house, like something was trying to get in. The voice had come nearer. It was almost at the door now, and it said, "Where's my hairy toe? Who's got my hairy toe?" The woman scrooched further down under the covers, pulling them tight around her head. The wind growled around the house like some big animal.
and rumbled down the chimney. All of a sudden, the door cracked open and something slipped in and began to creep towards her bed. The floor went. Every step that thing took towards her bed. The woman could almost feel it bending over her bed, and in the most awful voice you've ever heard, it said, "Where's my Rita? Who's got my Rita?" You got it! Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. And up next is Zara Imran Sheikh from our own English High School, Sharjah for girls. Zara is going to be reciting See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, and
Okay.
see you also. Yes, that's good, Zara.
Hello,
All the
everyone.
best.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Zara Imran Sheikh from our own English High School, Sharjah Girls. See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. When you're up against a trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it is vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset. But remember, you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up, whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. Thank you.
Thank you, Zara. And now we have Alicia Faria, also from our own English High School, Sharjah for girls. Alicia is also going to be reciting See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, am
Hi,
I
Alicia.
audible?
Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see you. I mean, we can see your profile photo, but we can't see your video. Oh, 1 second. Yes, now Alicia's here. Okay, good. All the best, Alicia.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon. Today I'm going to recite a poem. See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. When you're up against a trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. If it's in vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running away won't save you. See it through. Even hope may seem futile. When with troubles you are beset. But remember you're facing just what other men have met. You may fail, You may fail, but fall still fighting. Never give up, whatever you do. Eyes front and head high to the finish. See it through. See it through. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. And now we have with us Phillips Thomas Chumar, and Philip is from our own English High School, Sharjah for boys. And Philip is going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Hi, Philip.
Hello, Mom. Am I audible?
Yes, you're good to go. All the best.
Good morning, dear students, by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we will spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classroom and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't need to study. There won't be a test. And if you'd prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. So put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow it's back to the regular grind. Today just go crazy, we really don't mind. So tear up your homework, we'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Philip. Up next is Krishant Renga Rajan. Krishant is from our own English High School, Sharjah for boys also. And Krishant is going to be reciting The Sea by James Reeves. Hello, Krishant. Yes, it's good. All the best.
Yes, thank you. The Sea by James Reeves. The sea is a hungry dog, giant and grey. He rolls on the beach all day with his clashing teeth and shaggy jaws. Hour upon hour he gnaws the rumbling, tumbling stones and bones, 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 bones. The giant sea dog moans, licking his greasy paws. And when the night wind roars and the moon rocks in the stormy clouds, he bounds to his feet and snarls and sniffs, shaking his wet sides over the cliffs, and howls in hollows long and loud. But on quiet days in May or June, when even the grasses on the dune play no more their reedy tune, with his head between his paws, he lies on the sandy shore, so quiet, he scarcely snores. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishant. And now we have with us Mahnoor Rehan from Pristine Private School. Mahnoor is going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt.
Hello, can you hear me, everyone?
Yes. Hi, Mahnoor.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mahnoor Rehan from Pristine Private School, and today I will be reciting the poem called Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt.
All the best.
Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we'll spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We learn to eat candy, while watching TV. Then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms, and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you'd prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow it's back to the regular grind. Today just go crazy. We really don't mind. So tear up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahnoor. And now we have Anika Denise from Pristine Private School also. Anika is going to be reciting Waiting at the Window by A.A. Milne.
Hello?
Hi, Anika.
Hello.
Yes, we can see you now. Good.
Hello.
All the best.
Hello, my name is Anika and I'm from Year 4C Pristine Private School. Today I'm going to be reciting a poem called Waiting at the Window by A.A. Milne. These are my 2 drops of rain, waiting by the window pane. I am waiting here to see which the winning one will be. Both of them have different names. One is John and one is James. All the best and all the worst comes from which of them is first. James has just begun to ooze. He's the one I want to lose. John is waiting to begin. He's the one I want to win. James is slowly going on. Something sort of sticks to John. John is moving off at last. James is going pretty fast. John is rushing down the pane. James is going slow again. James has met some sort of smear. John is getting very near. Is he going fast enough? James has found a piece of fluff. John has quickly hurried by. James is talking to a fly. John is there and John has won. Look, I told you, here's the sun. Thank you.
Thank you, Anika. And just to let the judges know, we still await for private international English school to join us. In case they join us later, we'll let you know. But we can move on to the next age category now for 14 to 18-year-olds. Please remember to let us know why you've chosen your poem. That is your justification. And we will begin now with Janin Al-Shalabi from Heartland International School. Janin is going to be reciting The Paradox by Sara K.
My name is Janine, and I chose The Paradox because I feel that it is a pristine testament to the human condition in a relentlessly fast-paced age. Specifically as a GCSE student, life seems to be relentless. It's GCSEs, A-levels, university, career. So rarely do we actually stop to look around and reflect. We're always on to the next thing. So the poem sort of highlights the importance of simply being present in the current moment and not thinking about what or where we should be, but simply being. When I'm inside writing, all I can think about is how I should be outside living. When I'm outside living, all I can do is notice all there is to write about. When I read about love, I think I should be out loving. When I love, I think I need to read more. I am stumbling in pursuit of grace. I hunt patience with a vengeance. On the mornings when my brother's tired muscles held to the pillow, my father used to tell him, for every moment you aren't playing basketball, someone else is on the court practicing. I spend most of my time wondering if I should be somewhere else. So I have learned to shape the words thank you with my first breath each morning, my last breath every night. When the last breath comes, at least I will know I was thankful for all the places I was so sure I was not supposed to be. All the places I made it to, all the loves I held, all the words I wrote, and even if it is just for one moment, I will be exactly where I am supposed to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Janine. Up next is Maria Ali Asghar Saeed from MSB Private School. Maria is going to be reciting "Oh, What Is That Sound" by W.H. Auden. Hello, Maria. Can you accept me as a guest?
Hello.
Hi.
So.
Yeah, you're good to go. I think we can hear you well. Okay, all the best.
Thank you. Oh, What Is That Sound by W.H. Auden reflects the theme of continuous suffering of those humans in those worst days of life. I have always been fascinated in the life of a soldier, how they have to leave their home and families behind just to serve the army and defend their countries. Oh, What Is That Sound by W.H. Auden. Oh, what is that sound which so thrills the ear? Down in the valley, drumming. Drumming? Only the scarlet soldiers steer, the soldiers coming. Oh, what is that light I see flashing so clear? Over the distance, brightly. Brightly? Only the sun on their weapons steer, as they step lightly. Oh, what are they doing with all that gear? What are they doing this morning? This morning? Only their usual maneuvers, dear. Or perhaps a warning? Oh, why have they left that road down there? Why are they suddenly wheeling? Wheeling? Perhaps a change in their orders, dear. Why are you kneeling? Oh, have they stopped for the doctor's care? Have they reined their horses? Their horses? Why? They are none of them wounded, dear. None of these forces. Oh, is it the parson they want with white hair? Is it the parson? Is it? No, they are passing his gateway, dear, without a visit. Oh, it must be the farmer who lives so near. It must be the farmer so cunning. So cunning? They have passed the farmyard already, dear, and now they are running. Oh, where are you going? Stay with me here. Were the vows you swore deceiving? Deceiving? No, I promise to love you, dear, but I must be leaving. Oh, it's broken the lock and splintered the door. Oh, it's the gate where they're turning. Their boots are heavy on the floor and their eyes are burning. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And I think you have with you there also Sakina Josefa from MSB Private School. Sakina is going to be reciting To Be or Not to Be by William Shakespeare.
Yes, hello.
Hello,
Good morning.
hello, Sakina. Good afternoon.
To Be or Not
Yes.
to Be by William Shakespeare.
All the best.
I've chosen this poem. Thank you. I have chosen this poem because Shakespeare has been my favorite writer. Specifically, Hamlet's To Be or Not to Be makes me realize how tough human lives can be. Emotionally, I do connect with this poem as it reminds me of how I question myself at times and contemplate on the hardships I face. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under weary life, but that the dread of something after death? The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than to fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native view of resolution is sickled o'er with the pale cast of thought and enterprises of great pitch and moment. With this regard, their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakina. And now we have with us Sadin Shadi from Mother International School. Sadin is going to be reciting My Dog by Vernon Scannell. Hello, Sadin.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hi. I think we can hear you well. You can begin. All the best.
Hello, my name is Sadin Shadi, and I am from Mother International School. Today I'm going to be presenting the poem My Dog from Vernon Scannell. My dog belongs to no known breed. A bit of this and that. His head looks like a small haystack. He's lazy, smelly, fat. If I say, sit, he walks away. When I throw a stick or ball, he flops down in the grass as if he had no legs at all. Then looks at me with eyes that say, you threw the thing, not me. You want it back? Then get it back. Fair is fair, you must agree. He's a thief. Last week, but one, he stole a Sunday roast and showed no guilt at all, as we sat down to beans on toast. The only time I saw him run, and he went like a flash, was when a mugger in the park tried to steal my cash. My loyal, brave companion flew like a missile to the gates, and didn't stop till safely home. He left me to my fate,
And would I swap him for a dog? Obedient, clean, and good? An honest, faithful, lively chap? Oh boy, I would. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadine. And I believe we unfortunately do not have Al-Bandari Saad with us, but we are going to move on to Tanzila Malik from New Indian Model School. Tanzila is going to be
Miss, I'm
reciting.
here.
Oh, Al-Bandari Saad, you're here? Oh, yes, because you had yourself as iPhone, so we couldn't recognize you. Apologies for that. Okay, I'm glad you gave us a shout out. Okay. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. 1 second, we're trying. Can you rename yourself as your name, Al-Bandari? And we can.
Al-Bandari Saad.
If you can rename yourself, because we can't identify you, there is another iPhone, so we do not know which one you are. So if you can rename yourself, we'll come back to you. Is that okay?
Okay, Miss, it's okay.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Okay. So now
Okay,
we're going to move. Okay, thank you so much. And now we're going to move to Tanzila Malik from New Indian Model School. Tanzila is going to be reciting William Shakespeare's To Be or Not to Be.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, it's good,
All right.
Tanzila. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, all the best to you.
Thank you. So people fear death itself, despite knowing that everything on earth is mortal. But to be or not to be resonates with my perception of death, because like I'm not afraid of death itself, but rather what comes after. And the fact that a 17th century soliloquy captures the emotions of me, an 18-year-old in today's world, was thought-provoking to say the least. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by asleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death? The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought, which enterprises of great pitch and moment. With disregard, their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy horizons, be all my sins remembered. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanzila. And before we move on, can we please request all participants? There are a couple of people who have their profile ID as iPhone. It's difficult for us to identify you. If you can please rename yourself as with your name and your school name, that'll be really helpful for us to identify you. We are now going to move on to another participant from New Indian Model School. Her name is Seema Jangir. Seema is going to be reciting The Listeners by Walter de la Mare.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Seema. Hi.
All right. Hi, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Seema and I'm from New Indian Model School, Dubai. And I'll be reciting The Listeners by Walter de la Mare.
All the best.
All right, thank you. One of the highlights of the poem is isolation, and the poem itself kind of surrounds around isolation. And so as teenagers, we usually like to be left alone and not ask for help, as we might be afraid of denial. And so to me, this poem puts that fear and those emotions into this strange situation where help is being asked for, but no one responds. It's kind of like you're screaming underwater. So, is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door. And his horse, in the silence, champed the grasses of the forest ferny floor. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men, stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved, cropping the dark turf neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door, even louder, and lifted his head. Again I came, and answered, that I kept my word, he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house. From the one man left awake, aye, they heard his foot upon the stirrup, and the sound of iron on stone, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone. Thank you.
Thank you, Seema. And I believe we have Al-Bandari Saad back with us from Madar International School. Al-Bandari is going to be reciting My Dog by Vernon Scannell. Hello, Al-Bandari Saad, are you there? Hello. Okay, I think we'll move on to the next participant. We'll come to Al-Bandari Saad later. So we have Morinath Ogbara. Please forgive me if I haven't pronounced your name properly. Morinath is from Newlands School, Dubai, and is going to be reciting Woman Work by Maya Angelou.
Hi, my name is Morinath. Hi.
Morinath, yes, 1 second. Yes, now we can see you. We couldn't see you before.
Hi, okay. So my name is Marinat and I'm from Newland School, Dubai. And I'm going to be reciting Woman Work by Maya Angelou.
All the best.
Thank you. Shine on me, sunshine. Rain on me, rain. Fall gently, dewdrops, and cool my brow again. Storm, blow me from here with your fiercest wind. Shine on me, sunshine. Rain on me, rain. Fall softly, dewdrops, and cool my brow again. Storm, blow me from here with your fiercest wind. Let me float across the sky. Let me rest again. Fall gently, snowflakes, cover me with white. Cold, icy kisses till I can rest tonight. Sun, rain, curving sky, moonlight, mountains, oceans, leaf and stone. Starshine, moonglow, you're all I can call my own. And the reason why I chose this poem is the woman behind it. The woman in the poem is the way she expresses her loneliness and her pain through the struggles of her daily work and how she has to go through it on a daily basis. And the loneliness she feels, which everyone goes through on a daily basis, and the way it has a big impact on us, because lonely and alone are two entirely different things. And I just wanted to put it out there through this poem. Thank you.
Thank you, Marinette. And now we have with us Adam Abdul Wahab from Newlands School. Yes. Is that Al Bandari? Hello, is Adam there? Adam Abdul Wahab from Newlands School, Dubai.
Hello.
Yes, is that Adam?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, great. We see you, we hear you, and all the best to you.
I'll be reciting in verse 8 by Gerard Manley Hopkins. I've chose this poem specifically because the theme of this poem, it looks at the natural wonders and how we can have hope for the future. And I feel like in this time where everything is just dark, I feel like we should always focus on the light, focus on, the better things we're grateful for, or the things that just make us happy, like our people and our nature. Yeah. The stalks and burn, horseback brown, his rowlock high road, roaring down, in coop and in comb, the fleece of his foam, fluting low to the lake falls home. A wind puff bonnet of fawn froth turns and dwindles over the broth of a pool so pitchback, fell frowning, and rounds, despair to drowning. Decked with dew, dappled with dew, are the groins of the braes that the brook treads through, weary heatbacks, flitches of fern, and the bit bony ashes that sit over the burn. What would the world be once bereft of wet and wildness? Let them be left, oh let them be left, wildness and wet. Long live the weeds and the wilderness yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. And now we have with us Samford Sabine from our own English High School, Sharjah for boys. Samford is going to be reciting The Power of the Dog by Rudyard Kipling.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, Samford. Good, hello.
Thank you so much.
It's good. It's good, all the best.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon to one and all. Today, I'm going to recite the poem, The Power of the Dog by Rudyard Kipling. The reason for choosing this poem has a personal connection with me as it reminds me of my pet rabbit, Sam, which passed away a year ago, leaving me in great depression. The intense feeling and unflinching love of pets expressed through the lines would indeed strike a chord with all pet lovers, and I am no exception to it. Hope you all enjoy. There is sorrow enough in the natural way from men and women to fill our day. And when we're certain of sorrow in store, why do we always arrange for more? Brothers and sisters, I bid you beware of giving your heart to a dog to tear. Buy a pup and your money will buy love unflinching that cannot lie, perfect passion and worship fed by a kick in the ribs or a pat on the head. Nevertheless, it is hardly fair to risk your heart for a dog to tear. When 14 years, which nature permits, are closing in asthma or tumor or fits, and the vet's unspoken prescription runs to lethal chambers or loaded guns, then you will find it's your own affair. But you've given your heart to a dog to tear. When the body that lived at your single will, with its whimper of welcome, is stilled, how still? And the spirit that answered your every mood is gone, wherever it goes, for good. You will discover how much you care, and you will give your heart to a dog to tear. We've sorrow enough in the natural way when it comes to bearing Christian clay. Our loves are not given, but only lent at compound interest of cent per cent. Though it is not always the case, I believe, that the longer we've kept him, the more do we grieve. For when debts are payable, right or wrong, a short time loan is as bad as a long. So why in heaven, before we are there, should we give our hearts to a dog to tear? Thank you.
Thank you, Samford. Up next is Shiva Srinivasan, and Shiva is from our own English high school, Sharjah for boys also. And Shiva is going to be reciting A Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe. Hello, Shiva. Can you say something so that we can make sure we can hear you?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, all the best.
Thank you. A Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe. I chose this poem as it really touched my heart. I really like the idea that the poet is trying to convey, that is, human life is built on the shakiest of foundations, and that perhaps the nature of reality lies beyond the limits of human understanding. A Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe. Take this kiss upon the brow, and, in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet, if hope has flown away in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hands grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep. While I weep, while I weep. Oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. Up next is Damdini Samarathunga from Pristine Private School. Damdini is going to also be reciting A Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Hi, Damdini. Yes, it's good.
Hello.
All the best to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, judges, teachers, and fellow friends. Today, I will be reciting the poem, A Dream Within a Dream. I chose this poem because I relate to it in a way. It talks about the doubt that people have whether life is an illusion or reality, and expresses the feelings of loss, grief, and reconciliation. Or, in other words, A Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe. Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep. While I weep, while I weep. Oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or see like a dream within a dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Damdini. Up next is Adil Rahiru. Adil is also from Pristine Private School and is going to be reciting To Be or Not to Be by William Shakespeare.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, and now we can see you also. Okay, hi Adil.
Okay, hello.
Yeah,
Good
all the
afternoon.
best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, respective judges, teachers, and fellow students. I'm Adil Rahiru from Pristine Private School in Earsham, and the poem I chose was To Be or Not to Be. And the reason I chose this poem from the great list of poems was how it sort of stood out, this like philosophical aspect to it, a philosophical meaning. My initial interpretation was that it's sort of something about to exist or not to exist, or to occur or not to occur. But as you dig deeper, you sort of learn about the hidden meaning and the grief that's buried inside of it, as these lines are spoken by Hamlet, who's in the sort of state of dilemma, state of confusion, wondering about suicide and death and how to end his suffering. To Be or Not to Be by William Shakespeare in Hamlet. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to, 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die. Sleep. Sleep. Perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. When that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. Bears the respect that makes calamity of so long life. But who would bear the whips, the scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merge of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietest make. As a bare bodkin, who would father spare, to grunt, to sweat under this weary life, but that dread is something after death. The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, makes us rather bear those ills we have, than to fly to others that we not know of. Those conscience that make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sickled all with pale cast of thought, and the enterprises of great pith and moment with disregard their currents turn hoary and lose the name of action. Thank you.
Thank you, Adil. And now we have Akshita Khanna from Private International English School. Akshita is going to be reciting Clouds and Waves by Rabindranath Tagore. Hi, Akshita.
Hi, ma'am.
Can you say something else? I just want to make sure we can hear you.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, good. All the best, Akshita.
Thank you, ma'am. Greetings, Honorable Judge and my dear friends. Today, I am going to recite a pocket-sized yet powerful poem titled Clouds and Waves. I have chosen this poem because this brings life to the child within all of us, which is filled with love, joy, innocence, and fearless imagination, which is a power. It also throws light on the affectionate bond shared between the mother and her child. I strongly believe that my mother is one of the greatest sources of strength, love, and inspiration for me, and I would do anything to get a warm hug from her. And so does the child in the poem. I personally feel that the child within all of us has to be kept alive because that enables us to think more openly and love more deeply. This poem offers so much love to the readers, and I would like to share that love with all of you today. Presenting Clouds and Waves by Rabindranath Tagore. Mother, the folks who live up in the clouds call out to me. We play from the time we wake till the day ends. We play with the golden dawn. We play with the silver moon. I ask, but how am I to come up to you? They answer, come onto the edge of the earth, lift up your little hands to the sky, and you will be taken up into the clouds. But my mother is waiting for me at home, I say. How am I to leave her and come? They smile and float away. But I have a nicer game than that, mother. I shall be the clouds and you, the moon. I shall cover you with both my hands, and the rooftop will be the blue sky. The folks living in the waves call out to me. We sing from morning till night. On and on we travel and know not where we pass. I ask, but how am I to join you? They tell me, come onto the edge of any shore, stand still with your eyes tight shut, and you will be carried out upon the waves. But my mother wants me home in the evening, I say. How am I to leave her and go? They smile, dance, and pass by. But I know a better game than that. I shall be the waves, and you, a strange shore. I shall roll on and on and on with laughter and break upon your laps, and no one in the world will know where we both are. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshita. And now we're going to go back to Al-Bandari Saad from Madar International School. Al-Bandari is going to be reciting My Dog by Vernon Scanlon. I hope we can get you on now, Al-Bandari. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, great. Okay, good to have you. We can hear you and we can see you. Oops. Something happened. Now we can't see you. We've lost your video.
Here. Can you see me now?
No. Yes, we can see you. Okay, great. All the best.
Thank you. My Dog by Vernon Scanlon. My dog belongs to no known breed, a bit of this and that. His head looks like a small haystack. He is lazy, smelly, fat. If I say sit, he walks away. If I throw a stick or ball, he flops down in the grass as if he had no legs at all. He then looks at me with the eyes that say, you threw the thing, not me. You want it back, get it back. The fair's fair, you must agree. He is a thief last week, but when he stole the Sunday roast, he showed no guilt at all as we sat down to beans on toast. The only time I saw him run, he went like a flash. So when a mugger in the park tried to steal my cash, my loyal, brave companion flew like a missile to the gate and didn't stop till safely home he left me to my fate. And would I swap him for a dog obedient, clean and good, and honest, faithful, lovely champ? Oh boy, I would. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Al-Bandari, and thank you for waiting so patiently for your turn. I believe that brings us to the end of the list for this afternoon. If you are in the meeting and your name was not called,
Ma'am, you're on mute.
yes, sorry.
No, it's fine, ma'am. Thanks.
Sorry, I was put on mute. No, I just wanted to say, if you are here in the meeting and your name was not called out, please let us know in the chat box. But we believe we've gone through the list for this afternoon. Thank you to everyone for joining this afternoon. A big thank you to our Judge Danabel for being with us all morning and afternoon. You have all been wonderful, and you've made our afternoon very special by your performances. We're going to be getting back to you very soon, hopefully next week, with the results for this round. Okay, I think this brings us to the end of the proceedings for this afternoon. Goodbye to all of you. Have a lovely afternoon, and thank you again for joining. Bye-bye.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Have a great day.